Oh wait, what's that called again? Wait,
RBF.
RVF.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was the funniest thing.
Oh my gosh.
Hey guys, Christian Ton here with Jordan's Right Charities. I'm here with Fetching Hearts Rescue out of Connecticut near the Foxwoods. These are the biggest gamblers in the country, these three girls. Just kidding. Kathy, RBF, Rachel. What's going on, girl?
How's it going?
Kathy, this is the longest you've ever stayed on. You know that, right?
That's just amazing. And I'm not gonna move my phone, and I'm just gonna hope and pray that nothing happens.
That line that you said earlier was hilarious. Chris, I'm trying.
I was trying my hardest.
That's what my daughter says when I'm like, it's a B. Why can't you write a B? Daddy, I'm trying. I'm just like, oh my God. Why do we give you a fork at dinner? No, but guys, I'm super excited to talk to you guys. You guys know I have a huge heart for you guys. So tell me, Kathy, what's been going on?
All right. So what's been going on? Well, we've been pulling a bunch of dogs again the past week or so. We recently just had a situation with Aspen. Was it? Wait, no, Caden. Sorry. And we are in the process of getting the estimate for his leg. The vet did verify that he will need to get it amputated. There's no surgery to fix his leg at this point. So he did say that it was kind of an older injury from what he's seeing. So at this point, again, we're just going to have to amputate it, and he'll get used to it. They said he's pretty used to it now. He's not even trying to use it. So at this point, he's kind of been used to what he's doing with just the 3 legs. So
my goodness. Yeah.
So and then, like I said, we've been just pulling a bunch of dogs nonstop. They just keep. Huh? What?
Just kidding. You said just been pulling a bunch of dogs. I'm like, how selfish of you guys.
I know. Well, no, it just seems to be like, one comes in and then another comes in, and then there's days where it's kind of quiet, and then I'm like, are there any dogs available? And then all of a sudden it's like, bam, we get slammed. So I think we got 10 coming in this weekend.
Oh wow.
Yes. So of course some of them are pit bulls, and we're not getting as much luck, which makes me a little bit sad because the whole pit bull theory of people being afraid, and people see it's a pit bull, they're like, we can't get a pit bull, it's vicious, and that's just not the case. And I've tried to make even their bios try to be as friendly as possible. I gave them all like Disney names: Goofy, Pluto, Tigger, so it was, but we're just not getting anywhere. So hopefully we'll get something.
I hear you. When I'm going to Miami this weekend for 3 days to visit a bunch of rescues and shelters, and that's one of the worst places. That they're all over like Miami, and they all say the same thing. That stigma has stuck with them for so long. And I always say it too, because some jackwagon put that reputation on them. I just feel like it was like one ruined it for. I mean, I know there's a bunch, but ruined it for a whole population of them, and it just stinks. Reputation just stays with you, because I have met so many amazing pit bulls all over the state of Florida, and like friendly ones, obviously. I was on the news like multiple times with one that was so hard to get adopted, named Rambo, and it was the friendliest dog, but he finally got adopted. But it was like that look. They were just like, he's angry. It's like, no, look at me. I got muscle. I'm angry. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I don't know. I hate when I hear it, when I see it, and I'm going to see a whole bunch of it this weekend coming up.
Yeah.
So it's hey guys, thank you. Hey Chris from Safe Animal Shelter, how you doing up there in Middleburg, Florida? I'm here today with Fetching Hearts Rescue out of Bristol, Connecticut. If you guys can do me a favor and please like them on Facebook and follow them on Instagram. I love doing these weekly check-ins to see what's going on. One of the other questions I had is, You said you took in some dogs. I mean, is there a story that just kind of touched you from this week from a dog you pulled in?
Trying to think, Nina, has there been one that we kind of... Actually, I think Dominic probably touched me the most. So Dominic he's an Australian Shepherd mix. He actually came from a breeder in Louisiana. And the family, they've had him since he was a puppy.
Wow.
And he's now a year old, and they surrendered him to the shelter, stating that they could not take care of the dog anymore, which, is understandable. I don't know what the situation was, but he is a bomb-proof dog. Like, he's fantastic with everybody. And I had been trying, actually, to get in touch with the shelter, and the girl down in Tennessee that I work with, Karen Fox, she actually was trying to get in touch with them as well. And we finally got in touch because it was like 2 weeks we were trying to get him.
Right.
And so we finally got him. He's coming up this weekend. And as of yesterday, I believe he had 36 applications on him.
Wow, that's fantastic.
So I think that's just, he's such an amazing dog, and a dog like that doesn't belong in a shelter.
Oh, yes.
I
I cannot stand, I was just in North Florida for a couple of days, and I visited a bunch of rescues and shelters, and I would go through the shelters. I cannot tell you how many amazing dogs I went through, and I was just like, how long have they been here? 2019. It's like what? Can you say that again? But it's so heartbreaking when I go to these places, because it gets me extra motivated, because I'm like, it's like just nobody knows about these people, about these places, about these animals, about everything that you guys are doing, and it's like, I'm not trying to cast aspersions, but it's like, can we knock out the breeding for a little bit so people can kind of take focus on the shelters and rescues for just a second? Because there's some amazing animals you guys bring in, and many others bring in. So people that are watching this, guys, go check out your local rescues, your shelters. These are great places, especially Fetching Hearts Rescue. I mean, this is like, I just don't know why it's taking so long for people to realize. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you want to say, wake the fuck up. Come on, RBF. But me, what'd you say, Rachel?
Yeah.
Where's the person that's supposed to be on camera?
Emma?
Yeah, where's Emma? What's she doing?
No, we want Herbert. Get Herbert on.
Oh my god, Herbie's sleeping. I feel like that he sleeps a lot. Emma is my stepdaughter, so she's here every other weekend.
Okay.
So you'll have to catch me on another time. But Herbert, who is amazing, I'll show you Herbie Herb.
And he's actually not getting any interest, Chris, which is really sad.
Yeah, that is sad, actually. That was
Herbie, say hi to everybody.
I forgot about his color.
Yeah.
He's gonna make his own Instagram page for him or something.
Well, that's nice, though.
I think we should.
He's very photogenic.
Hey, Rachel, just so everyone knows, can you give the profile again about Herbert?
Yeah, so Herbert is a 3-ish-year-old blue tick hound. He is like the sweetest ever. I like to say that he's like the My Buddy doll of the, is that the 80s? Am I aging myself?
No, it is the 80s.
Right?
Rachel, what did you graduate high school?
I don't know. I'm 33.
Oh, you're so much older than me.
Am I?
I'm 32.
Well, I use really good skincare, so that helps.
What's that?
I use really good skincare.
Yes, there we go. Me too.
It's okay, Nina. I'm right with you. It's all right.
We won't talk about when I graduated high school then. Okay.
Yeah.
I graduated in 2006.
I graduated in 2002.
Go, girl. Nina's like, no. But Rachel, are you still there? You kind of froze.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm good. So Herbert is like the My Buddy doll. Like, he just wants to be with his people, and he's super friendly. He loves to play. My dog is actually teaching him about toys, which is really cool, because he's never really had toys or played with toys or showed interest in toys.
Right.
So we started with toys that could hold treats, and he was like, all right, this is kind of cool. And then yesterday, my dog taught him how to play tug. So they each had an end of the rope and they were playing outside. But it's really fun to see him like discover toys and learn new things and be a dog, you know, like running around the backyard. We joke that we call him Jumbo sometimes because he has the big floppy ears and he does not use stairs. He like flies off our deck and back on the deck, and then his ears are all flopped over. But it's just so fun to see him be a dog and run around. So it's been really fun to see him kind of settle in and not be so shy and anxious and kind of just feel comfortable and be happy.
I feel like I deal with so many harder cases in terms of, you know, adoptions. And Kristen on the feed says, I love Herbert, but he needs another dog in the house and we don't have one. The reason I find that funny is because usually I deal with like, this dog cannot be around any other dogs. Like, I'm in another room with another dog. It's like, this one is like, he's another dog like that. And I still hear that very often. So when I read it, I was like, okay, different profile for me there.
He's very social. He loves to be with other dogs or people and snuggle. He's super snuggly. He's so great. He likes to hug. Like he'll literally wrap his whole head around your neck to give you a hug. He's just so sweet.
That's awesome. And you've had him for how long?
I think it's been a week.
Okay, we gotta get some interest on him. And what you guys? I couldn't tell either, but you guys don't know what kind of breed.
He's a blue tick hound. Is
that what you said? Okay. Guys, please, share as much as possible. Herbert was in this video, and I'm sure we can get him on again in a little bit. But blue tick hound, let's get some interest in Herbert. Who named him?
So he actually came from his owner passed away.
Okay. And
he had been living with his owner and 8 other dogs, so he knew his name. Mm-hmm. And I, usually sometimes I will change the names because some people are just so weird when they name their dogs.
Yeah, I was just about to say, when you said that, I was like, give me 5 minutes to get my foot out of my mouth there. The whole passing away thing, I was like, it had to be that.
Yes.
But no, I just laugh because I'm just like, I don't think I can ever call a dog Herbert. I feel like I feel like it's my social studies teacher's name back in the day.
I almost wanted to call him Sherbert, to be honest with you, just to rename him, but keep it kind of close.
Yeah, we call him Herbie Herb a lot. He's a little Herbie Herb.
Oh my God, Herbie Herb. But yeah, it's only been a week, which is
2 weeks, I think now. 2 weeks.
So you originally you lied to me.
No, I think that this Saturday will be 2 weeks. I think I'm right. I think it's a week and 2 days.
So then I'm lying.
We gotta get Sherbert some attention.
Sherbert, I love it.
There we go. Chris says Herbert is a great name for him. I do want to give a shout out to Safe Animal Shelter just for a second. I was in North Florida recently, and I don't know if you guys saw. I kind of outed a community in Jasper, Florida, which had dogs in these terrible conditions back in the backwoods of a landfill.
I did.
And I put it on camera, and the one guy, there was a guy there, and he was just like, "Oh, another dog is coming in to be surrendered." And I'm like, "No way!" "No way! He's not coming in this place." It was this terrible backwoods, no food, no shelter, nothing. It was disgusting. So we went on live feed, and I was just like, the dog, they said was a fighting dog, and it was aggressive, and it was this, that, and the other thing. And when the guy pulled up with the dog, we opened the cage that he's in, and it's this friendliest little dog, I don't know if it was a terrier mix. It wasn't a pit though. They said it was a pit originally. And when it comes out, it's got this gigantic gash on his face. He's cut up from he got into a bad fight. And it was just it was probably 5 minutes before Safe Animal Shelter came on the feed and was like, bring that dog to us right now. And it was you dang right. You know what I mean? I walked into that situation at that place, and at the same day, same location, when I pulled up originally and saw the conditions, I was like, please tell me there's no animals here. And I walked up and there was no animals there originally. And then when I looked closer to this rabbit cage, there was a cat in the middle of giving birth. And I'm like, listen, I was there for when my kids were born, and I saw that disgusting situation going on. I was like, I want to be a part of this. Like, no, but I was just like, the cat was just popping out kittens. And I'm like, yeah, this is real. This is happening. No, but the rescue people that I was with from Pawpaw's Pet Rescue, they were like on top of the whole delivery game. So, but I will give a credit to Safe Animal. That's why I think rescues need to work together, because that situation was, I was on another rescues Facebook page going live, and Safe Animal Shelter came forward and they were like, give them to us, like give that dog to us. And then another cat rescue came up and they were like, give us the kittens. And like, it was just like, wow, that's pretty good, because I can send you guys that video of where we were. It was gross. I was just like, let's try to make this a happy situation if I can. But
yes,
it's hard. It's hard to paint crap, or what is it? Paint something on a turd. What do they call that? What do they call it?
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
I think I'm too young for that reference.
Oh, wait, what are you talking about? You're older than me, Grandma. But no, Nina, how's it going?
It's great.
Dean messaged me and he's like, can you talk to her, because the RBF is really popping out.
Especially today.
What's going on?
Oh, great, thanks. Everything's good here. Everything's good with the rescue. Kathy's awesome. She's killing it, like usual.
Thanks, Dana.
Everybody is, but she's really been doing a good job. A few of us have been kind of busy with other things, and she always takes care of it when it needs to get taken care of. So
that's awesome. Hey, Marsha, thank you for commenting about the mama cat and the kittens. So Nina, why is London missed the last two?
I don't know.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Maybe I offended her with the shirt. Did I offend her?
No, because you know what? She's on our next meeting that we have tonight.
Oh, she's gonna get it.
And I did actually talk to her today, and I said, "Do you want to go live tonight with Chris and I and some of the other girls?" And she goes, "I don't think I'm gonna be home in time." So I said, "Okay, well,
London." I
offered.
You know, it's so funny. London looks just like a girl that I know, like, and it freaks me out every time I see her face. I'm always like, oh my God. Like, one of my really good friends, her name is Eula. She looks, I don't know why, to me, she looks just like London. And when the first time we were talking with you, I was talking to you guys, I would look back at Eula's picture and be like, it's like her sister. Like, who's this girl? This is, I don't know if you guys can see this picture. This is Eula.
I can't see you, so it's okay, though, because I'm not going to move my phone.
Nina, am I right?
Yeah, it does look a lot like her. Yeah.
Rachel, what do you got?
Yep, you're right.
Looks a lot like her. I'm like, oh my God, it's freaky. But anyway, Kathy, tell me what's coming up.
So what's coming up? Okay, so we actually have a meeting tonight, right after we talk to you, and we are going to talk about getting a fundraiser going with the brewery, Rachel's Brewery. Very and cool. We are hoping to have Oakley up here for that fundraiser. So that probably will be at the beginning of August, Rachel, roughly?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So we're going to have to, get some 50-50 raffles, and we're going to have to get some donations to do raffles with. And so we have a lot of work ahead of us on that. But I think it'll be a very good turnout, and I'm hoping to raise some money for the dogs.
Yep.
But like I said, I really wanted to get Oakley there for that event. He actually, I heard from down south today, because we've been in touch a lot lately. And we got pictures of him riding the golf cart around today.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I was
one-on-one.
He thinks he's just hot shit. So yeah, I saw those today. So he's doing good though.
Those three dogs are the ones that you sent me, are just extremely good looking dogs. And I for the life of me, I can't get it. Like I almost want to stand in front of some of these like puppy places and just show pictures and be like, don't go in there yet. Just wait up. Right. Like, look at Oakley, check him out. Like, don't go in there. Don't pay $2,000 for a puppy. Like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know, but I'm totally on the opposite side of the whole pay $2,000 for a dog thing.
Well, and that actually, brings up a point too, because, everybody wants puppies, but I've come down to it just being and doing this now. I've come down to it that there is someone out there for every dog. And we had a situation just happen this past weekend where one of our dogs, he was adopted out in March. And sadly, we got a phone call that he had to be returned to us because he was just too much for the adopter that had adopted him, strength-wise and everything. So he's not good with other dogs. And, I basically got in touch with Nina and we were talking and, you're like, you kind of go in a little bit of a panic mode.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, what do we do? Like, he's not good with other dogs. We don't have many fosters that don't not have dogs, So we've worked around the clock pretty much this past weekend into today. And we actually just found Dempsey another forever home.
Wow.
And he is definitely going to, I swear it's his angel, because she's like, I've been looking for him. And that's what I mean by people need to stop looking at breeders and, pet stores and everything like that, because there is a rescue dog out there for everybody.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And Erica, thank you for saying that. Erica says 1,000% there's someone for every dog.
Yep.
Please, everybody, continue to share as much as you can. I do want to. Chris says, I was trying to say before, can't polish a turd. That's right. He's right.
Oh, okay.
I was remembering it, but I was like, I can't figure out what it was. Now, Rachel, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I remember when I stayed in a shelter for 72 hours when the dodo picked me up. I wanted to listen to the reasons why people surrender their animals. For some reason, and I don't remember, I don't think Nina did, but Kathy, do you have children?
Do I have what?
Children?
No.
Okay, so Nina, you don't have children, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so me and Rachel have children.
Correct.
Right, not together, but we have children.
Yeah.
We might have the same name for our kids, but no. I just find that excuse funny sometimes because I'm like, I have 2 kids of my own, and then my girlfriend's got 2 other kids, and then I got 3 dogs though of my own. And I can never comprehend that unless it's like a puppy and a senior citizen or something. I can never comprehend unless they don't know enough about the care of a dog, or something like that. I'm like, does it boggle a little bit when you hear those excuses?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There are days where I would give my children up before I'd give my dog up. That's for sure.
Right. I was there for a minute. I didn't know what you said. Then I was like, wait a minute. Oh, absolutely.
My dog is the only one who listens to me sometimes.
No, let me tell you something. Like, there's been situations, and if Rachel, if you don't agree with me, I will never speak to you again. There are situations where you literally want to put your hands up to your child. Like, go like this. It's on. Like it's on. Like, I think one of the stories I can't ever get out of my head because I can't believe she did it to me. But my daughter was trying to say something to me and I couldn't get it. I just couldn't get it. And finally, when I got what she was saying, she looks at me and goes, "Daddy, duh." I was like, oh. I was like, no. It's like, it ain't happening like that. Ooh, did I freeze?
Nope.
Okay, so I froze up. But I was just like, no, that ain't gonna work. That language ain't gonna work for me. No, but it boggles the mind to hear some of the reasons, and then when I hear them, and it sounds like this person had the dog for quite a long time, or not a long time, but I guess enough time.
Yes. Yeah. And the thing about it is, he's 5, and he's a golden retriever mix, so he's getting to be that middle age, and not a lot of people, they look at them and be like, okay, yeah, he's 5. I want someone younger, but like I said. I just when I screened her application, I was like, this girl is perfect for him. So
I don't think people really realize either. So I used to foster a long time ago, and so I got different levels, like different ages at different times. I had an older dog, then I had the dog I have now, she was like 4 at the time, and I also had a puppy. And that changed my perspective of dogs. Like, I was like, I never again want a puppy because they're a lot of work if you don't have the time. And I don't think people realize that. That's a big part of it. There's big advantages to adopting a dog that's a year or two old. Maybe is potty trained, maybe not, but they're easier to acclimate to the house, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I was talking to my husband the other day about how nice it is to have Herbert because he just lays in a dog bed and he's chill, and I don't have to stand outside with him in the rain making sure that he goes potty before he comes back in, and I could leave him out of his crate and he is not chewing anything. I know that I'm going to come home and the house is going to be okay. He's just playing with the other dog and not tearing things apart. So it's really nice having a dog that is adult and can, just hang out.
Oh, I love having all my dogs except for one is older, and I just got my Bichon a haircut, and they always yell at me since he was like a puppy. They're like, "Why don't you get him a Bichon haircut?" And I'm like, "Listen," I was like, "Look at this. You think I grew myself? Like, I just got my dog's haircut. Look at this. That's how you get a haircut for a Bichon." That's a Bichon haircut right there. He's like, "Dad, you're embarrassing me. I don't like the camera."
He's so cute.
That's a Bichon haircut right there.
Yeah, it looks a lot like you.
Right? We kind of have it going on. Hey, you smile. He's like, my dad's an ass. No, just kidding. But no, I always get yelled at for the haircuts I get my dogs. I don't do cuts. They all get shaved like me. Every one of them. But yeah, I just find it a little odd sometimes when I hear these excuses for why they're surrendering, and I'm just like, I'm sure you guys have heard worse than me, but some of them are just get interesting over time. You have to sit back and think about it. Like legitimate ones that I can understand are like, obviously if somebody's moving into an apartment that doesn't accept a dog or whatever. The one thing I never can know what's a good one I heard recently was the divorce one's kind of different for me. Like they're like, oh, they're getting a divorce and nobody wants a dog. It's like, oh my goodness, like nobody. Neither party.
Nina and I had a funny one the other day. Nina and I were like totally just cracking up on the phone because we got an application in, and they were like, yeah, we want this dog. And so the dog that I'm talking about is the one that we were getting adopted out, but he was not good with other dogs. So they're like, yes. So we surrendered our last dog last year because the dog was aggressive toward other dogs. And I'm like, I just don't get it. I don't understand. Why would you submit an application and tell us? I mean, granted, thanks for being honest, but come on, people. I don't know. It's just weird.
I get attached to the dogs after having them for 2 weeks, and I have a difficult time giving them up to their new adopter. I can't imagine like falling in love with a dog and getting rid of it again.
Yeah, Rachel, I give you so much credit. I don't know how you do it. I cannot do it. I have to adopt. I can't do it.
Somebody needs to take Herbert soon because he's going to be my dog soon. I just love him so much. He's such a good boy.
No, Rachel, you're not.
I say it with every dog I get.
In this situation, failing is good. Failing is good.
It is.
I know, but I literally say it with every dog.
You what?
I say it with every dog. Okay, I'll just keep this one. Okay, this one. I'll keep this one. Okay, this one. I'll keep this one.
Oh my God. Okay, so one of the things I do want to talk to you guys about, because you guys are rescue people. You guys are like badass at what you do. I said you guys are a prettier version of Dog the Bounty Hunter. I would say that, but do you think the dogs that you guys find in areas that people are now, there's so many labels out there when I go to shelters or rescues, they'll be like, oh, this one's unadoptable. Do you believe in that?
No. Mm-mm.
That's a controversial one, Kat.
I don't know.
I think that any dog with the right resources is adoptable. It's just whether people have the time and the money or be willing to do it. It have to be in the right environment. Like some dogs just can't be in a home with other dogs, or there's just different issues. And if you have the resources to work around those things and help them, I think they are adoptable. It's just like people go through trauma and crazy stuff, and if they get help and have resources, they can live a better life. I think it's the same, honestly.
So I have a story to tell you, and I want to get everyone's opinion on this one.
Okay.
So there was a dog that I just was working in a place called Tifton County Animal Shelter in Georgia.
Was that little brown dog?
The what?
Was that little brown fluffy dog?
No. This is no fluff. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I went in the kennel. They told me to go in the kennel. It was okay. He was so friendly to me. His name was Titus. Very friendly dog. Now, when I put the video on Facebook of this dog, it had tons of views over there, and some people were like, "Chris, what's the story? This dog is huge. It's funny. It's good looking. It's cute. Just an oversized, just big dog." And the lady had said the story is this: he was tied to a chain, very small chain in I think it was South Florida area, and he was without food for a very long time, and he ate the neighbor's dogs. And I was just like, I'm not saying the dog, like, I went in there. Dog was all right. Like,
that's the one I asked you about.
Oh, you were one of them. I'm telling you, there was a ton of them that asked about that dog. Like, a ton of people. Now, okay, fine, good. I'm glad. Kathy, wait. What? Give me, if you had to tell the story of that dog, what do you got?
Oh my God, Physical. He was so broken. He was so brokenhearted. It was just so sad. That, like, honestly, I'm not even kidding you. Like, I had to share that with one of my friends because I was so upset seeing how sad that dog was and how he was just trembling.
I know, Kathy, you said you can't see me?
No, I can't. Sorry.
Nina and Rachel, can you?
Yes.
Okay, I want to play this video that she's referring to for you guys real quick so you guys can see look at his
face. You guys are so sad.
The face of this dog.
I don't want to cry.
I don't know if the sound. The sound might echo, so I might put it on mute, so you might not be able to hear you can hear the dog talking almost in that video, right, Kathy?
Yes, you can.
I might have to put it on mute because I think it's going to echo. So, but let me just play this. You guys can kind of get an idea. All right, let me see if I can do this right.
It's going to break your heart.
Can you guys see? Oh.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's so cute.
But you can't, I don't know if you guys can really notice, in the beginning, he's trembling. Like, it's such a deep tremble that, like, I remember putting the video up, and I don't know if he was like, is this dog playing a trick on me? Like, what is it doing? But, like it was so sad. I had so many people like Kathy reaching out. And again, I'm in Florida, where I was. And this is just for a testament to Kathy. You're in Connecticut asking me to get that damn dog up here. You know what I mean? Like, that's a testament to the rescue people, the prettier versions of Dog the Bounty Hunter. Like, you guys don't care where the dog is. You don't. Like, I've never seen such a I don't give a damn mentality where it's just like I could be in the Bahamas. I'm finding people like go to the Bahamas and Puerto Rico and China. I'm like, who the hell do you guys think you are? Like, you know, like, it's amazing. Like, I love it, but it's like, but that story was so heartbreaking to hear that, because I know when I told the story to you and to other people, I'm sure you guys were just like, whoa, boy. Like, you know, like, don't know what to do with that one. Like, but I feel like, okay, Kathy, let me get your opinion. Do you think we would have done the same as humans?
I'm sorry. Yep.
If we were in that situation, like, if we were in that situation where we start eating flesh and whatever, like, I don't know if I blame the dog, is what I'm saying.
No,
yeah, that's happened.
I don't blame him at all. The fact of it is that those owners that had him, of what they did to him to keep them chained up like that,
it's terrible.
He was starving.
Yeah. Legit.
He just wanted to be, like, he was ravenous. Like, that just, he wanted to literally eat anything in sight. And you know what? I would have done the same thing if I was sitting outside day in and day out trying to be a protector dog.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the exact same thing.
I said the same thing when I heard the story. I was just like, can we not tell that story? No, just kidding. Because I think it's just kind of like one of those, like, you're tied to a chain outside for how long without food? You got to eat something. So, and I think the dog just came across him.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's probably what just happened. He came in his space, and he was just like, I can eat this. Like, I can do this. Like, like I'm starving. Like, but the dog has been in that. And it's actually, I was corrected. It's Putnam County Animal Shelter is where that dog was.
Okay.
But I, like I said, there's so many of them. I can't keep track sometimes. But I just was heartbroken by that story when I put it on Instagram and Facebook. I cannot tell you how many people have reached out to me for that dog. And I
was ready to take him.
Yeah, that's that.
I can tell you. I mean, this is like pretty gross, but from working in emergency services and when people pass away, like at home, and they're by themselves and they own a dog and they've been there for a while, a lot of times the dog will eat the owner or part of the owner because they were left for days with no food or water. So, if the person wasn't found for a week and the dog lived in the house, like it's
their instinct.
They have to
instinct to survive.
Yeah.
I don't think that makes them, like a vicious animal. I feel terrible for them, actually. But
Rachel, what are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at Chris's comment.
I was laughing at that too. I was like, I thought you were laughing at that. Chris goes, I could have lived all my life without hearing that story.
Agreed.
But it's so true. But Chris, in my defense, I did not know that story until after I posted it. And when I asked, because when at Putnam County, there is a lot of animals. So I didn't get to, I don't get to ask about every single individual story when I'm there. But like, when people were asking, I was like, oh, this is great. Everybody wants to take this beautiful dog everybody wants to take this dog. And I'm like, let's hear the story. And when I was reading it, I was like, can I change this a little bit? Like, can I alter this story just a tad bit? No. But it's a sad story. But I mean, that dog is not alone in that story. There's tons of stories like that in terms of like survival mode, like it's survival. Like we would all do weird crap if we were in a situation like that. I mean, like just can't even. You ever see that show? What is that? Naked and Afraid.
Yes, I have seen that show.
Worst shows ever in life. It
is
the worst shows I've ever. I hate it. I can't. So when my girlfriend Stephanie, when I went to her house for the first time ever, I almost walked out because I walked in and it was on in her living room, and I was like, "Am I interrupting something? Like, are we good here? Are we good here? Like, what's up?" And she's like, "Oh, this is Naked and Afraid," and I'm like, I'm afraid." I just started telling Naked, "I'm afraid." like this is I don't recommend it. It's a different show. But we got a little sidetracked because of Rachel, but sorry, I had to blame somebody.
Always my fault.
Good job. It's all Rachel's fault.
London's not here for me to blame. So if you guys are watching, please, I'm here with Fetching Hearts Rescue out of Bristol, Connecticut. Please share them as much as possible. Like them on Facebook, follow them on Instagram. Kathy, let's get back on track a little bit. No more afraid of Naked. But I don't know. I said it wrong. I know I said it wrong. But tell me a little bit more. Let's how else can the community that's watching right now help Fetching Hearts Rescue?
So I think the biggest thing at this point is we've been doing a lot of posting on our Facebook page, right. Whether it's, trying to raise money, whether it's looking, and the newest is looking for fosters. We currently have a dog that's coming up this weekend and does not have a place to go. He would have to go to the kennel if he doesn't have a place to go, which is not something that we like to do. Because I feel that there's no point of bringing a dog up here to go to just another kennel.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not fair to that dog. So we've done a post for it's actually for Goofy, and he is a pit bull. He's a pit bull mix, but he is fantastic with dogs, kids, and cats. He absolutely adores kids. So. Again, we definitely need fosters. That's something that's huge for us to, be able to continue to pull dogs
right.
When they're not adopted right off the transport truck. They have to go into a foster home. So right now, our fosters have all been very dedicated to us, and they're taking, whatever dogs they can. But again, we just need to keep building that foster base.
Absolutely.
In order to keep pulling the dogs. So that is out there, and we just want to keep sharing those posts as they come out, because every single post that we do on our Facebook page is very, very important for certain reasons.
Yep, absolutely. We have to.
Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
Oh, no, go ahead. You good? Go ahead.
I was going to say, fostering is so much fun. It's amazing. It's like my new favorite thing. I just love all the dogs and seeing all the dogs. And Kathy's like, we have this dog coming up. I'm like, Shotty, even if I already still have all 12 of the other ones, I put them all because I Shotty. I did.
I could have lived my entire life never saying that again.
Oh, please. But it's just so fun, and everybody should foster because it's great, and it's so good for my other dog to be social and have somebody to play with, so she's literally not up my butt all the time. So it's fun having somebody else to play with, and it's just so cool, like hearing about the dog before they come and then actually seeing them grow and blossom. And Herbert was very shy and timid and a little anxious at first, but he is coming into his own. And the report that we got said that he was a little bit shy of males, but he's like obsessed with my husband a little bit more than me, which is kind of annoying to me, but I'll get over it. But it's just really cool to see the dogs grow into their own and then get adopted out. And it's just so heartwarming and amazing. So everybody should be a foster because it's so fun.
I agree 100%. I think I guess from a business standpoint, I always wonder why we just haven't turned towards foster-based rescues more. Like why it hasn't, like why I can understand, I guess, why our shelters are useful for surrenders or strays, whatever. But I just feel like, if we push it more to the community, to do more, I just don't know why I feel like that would be a better situation. Because I feel like if people know there's so many shelters or so many rescue facilities, they're like, oh, they got them, it's under control. They got them, like I feel like we have to put the pressure on the community in that situation. But I don't know how you can ever turn that from, everything being facility to everything being foster based. But, but I think more people would know about being fosters. Like, I just don't think the community knows what a foster is.
I agree. I mean, I learned about fostering from one of my friends who was with Fetching Hearts. She posted on Facebook. That's the only way I knew. Like, I would have fostered a long time ago if I had, known more about it and known that it was something that I could very easily get into. I just had to send an application, and then I had a foster, shortly after that, and it's been amazing ever since. So definitely spreading awareness about fostering and that it is an option, and that's a really, really great option for the dogs and for you and your family. It's been really great for my kids too, to see the dogs and learn about them and care for them. And we're making blankets now for all of our fosters. So they'll go to their new home with their little blanket that my children have rubbed all over them because they feel like they need that. So
who has a hard time? Do you have a hard time letting the dog go after a few weeks, or does Emma have a hard time when she leaves every week or every weekend?
Emma takes it the hardest. Yeah. But she's mostly upset if they have not completed her puppy school that she feels like all the dogs need to go to, where she teaches them to sit and stay and be gentle with treats, like literally sets up a classroom outside to train the dogs. Wow. So I went through a divorce, and I have custody with my ex-wife, with my daughter, Emma. And when she FaceTimes me, she'll go, Dad, really quickly, right in the FaceTime, Dad, how you doing? Oh my God, I miss you, Dad. Dad, we're smooch. Dad, where's Kobe? I'm like, all right, chill. I'm like, you want to talk to Dad? And she said, wait, I want to see Kobe, Coco, and Smooch. And I'm like, all right, I got you. Yep. I'm like, who are we getting this weekend? Who's coming up in transport? Which one do we have this time? What kind of dog are they? She wants to know everything about them.
But I also, that you touch on a good point, though, for being a foster. Like, some people always want to know if their kids, are, I think it's a good trait for kids to be good to animals. Don't we always stress that? Like, this is a good kind of common practice to do. Like, get your kid involved with the animals. Maybe it's not a forever animal, but at least it's temporary. They can learn how to walk the dog, feed the dog, respect the dog, all that stuff. So there's a lot of benefits that come from being a foster.
Yeah, and I mean, also responsibility. Like, Emma feeds the dogs and takes them for walks with me, so it's really good for responsibility for kids too. Yep.
What are you saying, Kathy?
I also think too, just being able to, even if people can't afford, say, a dog, I think this is a great way for them to be able to say, wow, I'm fostering a dog. and I don't have to pay for vetting. I don't have to pay for, the prevention. I don't have to pay for anything really. And they still have a dog that they can love and they can get comfort from and stuff like that. So that's my other perspective of fostering, is just that, if you're not able to afford a dog and you still love animals and you want to help, then fostering is a way to go.
Yep, absolutely. So let me ask you a question. How do you think it helps an animal, especially behavior-wise? Okay, for example, and I'm going to ask about a sad situation, but I did see from the statistics, maybe from Best Friends Animal Society, that 4,400 animals are put down every day in this country. Do you think fostering eliminates that? Would it eliminate that?
I do. I feel that it would eliminate a lot of the euthanasias in the United States because of the fact that you're able to really get a good assessment of the dog once they're in home.
Yep.
A lot of the times when the dogs are in the shelter, we all know that they get kennel fatigue and they can't stand, they might have anxiety. They can't stand all the noise. Some dogs, just are older and they just want to have quietness.
Yep.
And I feel like having those foster homes, you have a variety of foster homes. So you can put that dog in, say, a quiet home or, one that's loving kids. They can go and play with kids and really get that true assessment on if the dogs are going to be amazing or if they're just, nervous and they're just going along with the flow at the shelter when they're tested.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think about that, Nina?
No, absolutely. Yeah. I think that I find that Kathy gets the assessment. So I get that the assessments that Kathy gets originally on the dogs, and we kind of base where we're going to put the dog on that assessment. And
Right.
A lot of times, no offense to the people who do the assessments, they do the best that they can, but like within a few days of the dog being in a home, usually it's totally different in a good way. Usually there's really good personality traits that the dog that didn't really come out in an assessment, I think. And being in a home, they're more comfortable, and I don't know, just like Rachel said, he's took him a few days to not be anxious, and now he's like right at home. So you get an idea of what they're really like.
Just from Rachel, just from that last minute or two, I saw Herbert with you. Not a very friendly dog, is he?
No.
He's literally like leaning on you. He's so cute.
Yeah. I told you, he gives hugs. He's like my buddy. Now there's other people in the house right now, so he has to go see what they're doing. He has to know what everybody's doing.
I don't know if it's territorial differences, but the blue tick hounds that I ever come across at rescues and shelters don't last very long at all. Is it something is that a breed that's desired up there in Connecticut?
It is not.
No.
I will tell you that when we pull hounds, we want to help hounds, obviously. And a lot of the times, certain times of the seasons down south, the hounds come in more and more because hunting season's over. So if the dogs haven't done what they wanted, the hunters wanted the dogs to do, then they just go to surrender the dogs or they just throw them out and then that's it. So when we try to help hounds, when we bring them up here, most of the time I will say that we do have them for a little while, just because people think, oh gosh, a hound, they're going to be such howlers. They're going to be, little Houdinis, this, that, and everything else. And, so it's just, they are hard to place up here. But that doesn't stop us from pulling them. And I think Nina can agree with me on this, is that every single hound that we've had so far, except for Herbert, has been just a project.
Yeah. Yes.
They've been fun, but they've just been a project.
Absolutely.
So
Chris has mentioned that he said we get from Safe Animal Shelter, we get foster dogs left behind by hunters. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, forest dogs. I said foster dogs. But yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, people don't realize how many the differences in different areas. Like I said, blue tick hounds are popular here in Tampa. When it comes to shelters that I've been to, they don't last very long, and I always get told that. And then like South Florida, like we said, pit bulls are in abundance. I mean, you guys have a hard time with the hounds up there. It's just like I always said it, and it gets me so upset. I don't understand why we don't have a platform. Like I'm trying to build on Jordan's way with the YouTube, like just for adoptions, transport, like emergency shout outs, something where it's like they have an actual voice. You know what I mean? It gets me so upset when I think about it, because I'm just like, it's a simple thing we have today in 2020. It's called social media, and damn it, it's powerful. Like it is so powerful today when social media hits. Like anything that's breaking news on and CNN or whatever, it makes it to social media, and it's like it becomes more of a monster just because they did that. Like, the news is not that popular to watch anymore, but like social media it's a very popular thing. Like these dogs had that luxury. It'd be amazing. And I always said that it'd be a different game if the 85 million pet owners joined on one platform, and just for those situations where it's long-term stay, dogs that have been around for a long time, or, like all those things. It gets me upset because it's so simple. Like subscribing to a YouTube channel is a click. Liking someone's page, like Fetching Hearts Rescue, is a click. Like sharing a video is like ding, ding. That's all you're doing. Like you can simply do this on the toilet. Sorry, but I had to say, like, this stuff is so easy to do. Like, and it's so simple. And it's like, I always try to express when I tell people, like, Fetching Hearts Rescue on Facebook, follow them on Instagram. And the importance of that is it makes your voice louder. And even though the last thing you want to do is make a woman's voice louder, but you make look at that. Rachel got it. She's like, she gave me that head tilt, like, you son of a. Her husband's probably like, yeah, you get her. No, I'm just kidding. But so how Linda says, hi, Chris, and my Fetching Hearts teammates.
Hey, Linda.
Oh, yeah, Linda's not here. I was like, wait, yeah, you're right. Someone's missing. Linda's not here. She's always like you, Kathy, though. She always comes in and out. We bounce out. I'm like, so I'm always like, I can't.
Have I been good though today? I've been staying on, right?
You've been real good. I'll give you that. You got it going on, girl. You did your hair today.
See?
You got the 1984 glasses on. You're ready to rock this thing.
Absolutely.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, Linda, we miss Linda. We miss Dean and London. I'm going to have to. Hey, by the way, I never even heard back from her when she heard my voicemail.
Oh, that's a problem.
Maybe she thought I was in real. She's like, I got to stay away from that dude.
No. London's not like that at all.
But no, she did not respond to that. But anyway, Kathy, give like the final take. Let's talk about the last thing people can do as they're watching this as they leave.
So I think for the final take, after all of our conversations tonight with, just dogs that are really in need of help, I think the biggest thing that everybody needs to know is that every dog should have an adopter, and there's a person out there for each dog. I know that right now there's so many black dogs out there sitting there, in the shelters, because they're the number one dogs being euthanized because nobody wants a black dog. You know what? You guys need to go to the shelter. You need to go meet a black dog and see how well that dog is and how amazing the personality is. Don't just look at a dog just because it's black and say, forget it, and move on. So yeah. I think we just need to keep just stressing to everybody out there that they need to adopt a rescue dog. They don't need to go to breeders. They don't need to go to pet stores, because whatever they're looking for, a rescue dog is out there looking for them.
It's true. I mean, you guys get all diversity in breeds too, which is,
yes.
Like there's so many, like I can't imagine like how many different breeds you've run into with Fetching Hearts. I mean, I think people just don't know that. That's the problem. People do not know that. They think you get like the garbage dogs or dogs that are left to like die or something. And it's like, right. They don't know you get amazing dogs.
Yes.
Absolutely. So it bothers me because I go to rescues and like, that's the one thing I always notice is like, it's so diverse. And I'll be like, right. In my mind, being somebody that's only been in this for 15 or 16 months, I always thought before meeting rescue owners is that, the dogs that you guys get are probably the ones that nobody ever wants, ever. Mm-hmm. So like that's what kept me away. That's what kept me away as I was younger, because it was like, oh no, they probably have some like gorillas over there. I don't know, like the T-Rex dog that you don't want to deal with, but and then you go places and you're like, okay, this stigma sucks because it's not even close to real. You know, like, so I think the more people get to understand that, and get to know who you guys are and who you guys like, what dogs you come across, what dogs you take in. Because I don't think, unless it's different. I mean, you guys take everyone, don't you?
Yes, we take everything, little, big, every breed. We're multi-breed. We don't, what's the word I'm thinking of, girls?
Don't discriminate.
Thank you.
Don't
discriminate.
Don't discriminate today. Don't you do that today. This ain't the day for that. This ain't
absolutely not.
I also think that it doesn't matter, you know, dog, people, whatever. It's amazing what a little bit of love will do. So these dogs, even just, you know, the ones that I've seen, just a little bit of love makes a huge difference in their behavior and how they are. And I know that there's a bunch of loving people out there who might want to foster or adopt. So to have it in your heart, definitely reach out to Fetching Hearts, because we love our dogs and we would love you to love our dogs.
Absolutely.
Deal. RBF, what do you got?
I got nothing.
I love that. I got nothing.
I do.
We said it all for her.
I would just agree that there's definitely somebody out there for each dog, and it just kind of happens. And I say to Kathy all the time, like, we don't know where this dog's gonna go, or we don't have a lot of applicants or whatever, and it always works out somehow. I don't know how. I haven't figured that out yet, but it always works out in the end, and in an awesome way. Like, we get stories back or videos and pictures, and it's just like the coolest thing. They're like so happy. Not only the owners are happy, the dogs are happy. You can see the change in the dog, and it's just really cool. So
absolutely.
So again, thank you, girls, so much for coming on here. Thank you, Herbert, for changing your name to Sherbert during this last hour. So Sherbert is up to be adopted, guys. You guys contact Fetching Hearts Rescue. Contact Nina, Kathy, or Rachel from Fetching Hearts Rescue to learn more about Herbert/Sherbert. Again, guys, if you guys don't like Fetching Hearts Rescue or follow them on Instagram, Nina gets very upset. You can see it. She's already starting to. Kathy gets a little physical, but Rachel is no joke. She gave me that look. There it is. It's right there. She gave me that look before, and I was just like, oh, boy. But, guys, please like them on Facebook and follow them on Instagram. Subscribe to my Joy's Way Charities YouTube as well. But please get their voice a little louder, guys. A little bit louder. We need to hear more about, you know, all of their dogs they bring in. The dogs need to get out. And, of course, they have a fundraiser coming up in August. Right?
Yes. Yep.
So, guys, please pay attention to the Fetching Hearts Rescue page so you can learn more about their fundraiser. Fundraisers are like the heartbeat of rescues, guys. They get no state funding, no funding from any other sources. We have to be able to support them in their fundraisers. So, guys, let's do that. Let's get their voice louder. Share, like, comment, tag, harass. I don't care what you do. Just get people to like their stuff and to follow them and to grow their channel as much as we can, guys. I'm Chris at Joy's Way Charities. Girls, thank you.
Thank you, Chris. See you later.